Hello, my friends, another walking the video. Today I want to kind of break down the trailer that we got yesterday, and man, I did not expect it to be that long and look that good. Like, this trailer is way better than the previous trailer we got for part A. It's really a trailer, so I want to kind of break down what we got in the trailer and kind of be like, okay, what we see from the trailer is what I think is going to happen. So it's kind of mix of like predictions from looking at the trailer and kind of, so you have an idea, general gist of let's do it. So let's get right into this. And the first thing I do want to talk about is Eugene, because you see quite a lot of Eugene in this trailer, and I think the purpose of that is to be like, okay, Eugene's going to do the whole different thing to everyone else. Like, we don't see many people actually in the Commonwealth, and we can get a very good gist of what Eugene's story is this 8 episodes. So the first thing we see is Eugene waiting for Stephine, and then we get a later shot with the same location with Eugene, but he's got melted ice cream. And we get another shots later on with missing poster for Stephine. We get a lot of Eugene shots, and it paints a very clear picture that Eugene's going to see Stephine. She never comes. He gets worried. He tries to look for her, and we get shots of Eugene trying to investigate the Commonwealth, and he brings Princess along. And the more shots we get of them, we basically go, okay, they also get arrested, so that means that they must have found something dodgy, and Lance arrested both Eugene and Princess. And we get more shots, but Eugene's alone this time, so I feel like they kind of let Princess out, but Eugene stays, but Lance is like, I have strings attached to you, you have to do what I say, and it ends up with Eugene being stuck in the underbelly of the Commonwealth, because we do see Eugene kind of stuck in this very dark, like, alleyway in another point of the trailer. So it looks like Eugene's going to be the character that deals with all the outcasts in this Commonwealth. It seems like he's going to be the one that finds the outcasts and sees the true dark nature of the Commonwealth. And another member of the group we see that basically only has all their scenes in the Commonwealth is Carol, and we see her being Cookie Carol again, being the weak old lady like she pretends to be when she wants to try and figure stuff out. And I think Carol's going to stay in the Commonwealth, just because we see shots of some people going to the Commonwealth and we see them shots of leaving. We see Carol staying at the Commonwealth the whole time, and she interacts with very little people. So I feel like what we're going to get is Eugene looking for the dark sides of the Commonwealth and finding all these dark, corrupted things, and Carol is going to be CRM focused, because I feel like that's something one character has to do, and with Carol spending her whole time at the CRM in all these like shots in the trailer, and with somebody already doing the Commonwealth side of this dark side, I feel like it makes more sense for Carol to be CRM focused, and it does make sense, and it does look like it is, because we see a lot of her snooping around and attacking walkers by herself. She's never with anyone else, she's just by herself. So I think Carol is going to be finding the CRM aspects of the Commonwealth. And another kind of story we have found out just by looking at this trailer, we do see a lot of the Reapers, and it looks like in some of these shots the Reapers have someone. I think we are going to get Alden's death, but in episode 9, because if you see a shot, there's a shot of Maggie looking down, looks like she's been crying, she's looking up, and you can see there's probably a body she's just looking at. And I feel like they've just killed Alden. They revealed they killed Alden. It makes a lot of sense. And if you look at a previous shot in the trailer, you see this big standoff with Daryl having Carver. If maybe they brought out Alden, threw him on the floor and be like, yeah, we killed one of yours, it makes sense for this next shot with Maggie looking pissed, picking up a gun and basically trying to shoot them. And we see a few more shots of Maggie basically just taking out the Reaper single-handedly. And we hear something from Daryl saying, no, don't do it, while you can see in a shot he's throwing Carver to the ground. So we've kind of just seen the end of the Reapers in this trailer. So we know that Maggie basically just kills all of them, goes beast mode, after they obviously kill Alden. We also get to see that Elijah survives it, like I predicted he'll die, but apparently he survives. Another thing we can tell is that Maggie doesn't go to the Commonwealth. Some people just stay behind, so we can tell who's gone to the Commonwealth at this point. So we know most characters gone to the Commonwealth, but people like Maggie and her group and Jerry probably, we don't see him at the Commonwealth. We see a lot of characters actually went to the Hilltop, and we see that the Hilltop is being rebuilt. So it looks like my prediction that Alexandria will fall and everyone has to go to the Commonwealth is wrong, because in this trailer we see that, okay, so the Commonwealth come in, they build up Alexandria, everyone tells about King Hilltop, and everyone goes over to Hilltop because you see shots of Hilltop's walls being built back together, people inside of Hilltop. So it looks like there's going to be a time jump because a lot of the haircuts are very different in this. So there's obviously been a time jump a couple of months because it makes sense. And everyone's gone to rebuild Hilltop. So the whole point of Maggie this 8 episodes is rebuild Hilltop. We also see a lot of Negan, but not the Commonwealth. So I feel like he could either, because we see a few shots of him and Maggie still, he could either be helping with the rebuilding of Hilltop or something like that. I don't think they're going to have much Alexandria. With them rebuilding Hilltop, I feel like a lot of our focus will be outside of the Commonwealth, will be at Hilltop. So we're going to get Negan kind of helping rebuild Hilltop is what I think. We also see a lot of characters just going to the Commonwealth to train to become soldiers, like Daryl and Rosita. And there's also some other shots with Daryl later on that shows something goes wrong. And these later shots are, I originally was thinking these shots were like set quite early in the season. However, because Daryl's got the jacket, like the kind of hoodie he wears, jumper, that he wears after he goes to the Commonwealth. So it seems like they go to the Commonwealth, take training, and they go back near kind of Hilltop and Alexandria. They travel almost back with a group. And we see shots near the end of the trailer, Daryl killing a Commonwealth soldier in a junkyard next to a big yellow school bus, and Aaron shooting some walkers. And we can see Aaron, Daryl, and Gabriel walking into this thing. So we know these 3 characters kill Commonwealth soldiers. And it makes quite a lot of sense to start the rivalry. So what's the reason behind this? I think maybe Daryl's done something wrong in the Commonwealth, and Gabriel and Aaron have done something wrong. And they take those 3 out there to try and kill them. But those 3 characters kind of fight off the soldiers, kill all the soldiers. We also see shots of Mercer in quite a similar location. Like, the trees look kind of the same. Beware, this is all filmed in one area in Georgia, so they always look the same. But there's a shot when he's walking out the trees and there's like kind of dirt ground underneath him. So I feel like he's going to be around to see this. And this might be set near the end of this part, where they're basically like Mercer's going to switch sides. But going back to those 3 characters, we see them fight. And then we see other shots where it says Gabriel and Aaron have obviously been grabbed by the Commonwealth and they are standing there surrounded by soldiers, whereas Daryl has made it to Hilltop. So what I think happens here is that more soldiers come, Mercer's not switched sides yet, and Gabriel and Aaron get basically arrested, and Daryl runs to Hilltop, and the soldiers follow with Gabriel out to the Hilltop. That's why we get the shot with Gabriel and Aaron surrounded by soldiers. They're outside Hilltop, and then we get the shot with Elijah, Maggie, Little Herschel, and Daryl at the gates of Hilltop looking at all the soldiers. And then we get kind of another shot with Lydia reacting to someone down. And if you look at the clothes, they look slightly similar to Gabriel, so I think this is Gabriel getting almost killed, or this is Gabriel's death here. Like, the Commonwealth soldiers try to prove a point. They kill Gabriel right there and then. Like, this is like near the end of part B. And then we get the shot with Maggie surrounded by all the soldiers holding a gun with Herschel. And that's what I think's going to happen. Gabriel is going to die here at Hilltop and not get kind of comic death. Because I feel like this trailer does set up Magna getting Dwight's comic death, with her being the waitress and being like, this is wrong and stuff like that. So I feel like this trailer showed that Gabriel's going to die, but not the way we think he's going to die. He's going to be arrested by the Commonwealth soldiers and killed in front of Hilltop. And then Magna is going to get Dwight's death, and Yumiko is going to be at the thing, so Yumiko's going to kill Magna. But what do you think of my little breakdown? Like, do you think this all makes sense? Do you think everything I thought up and kind of concluded from this trailer makes sense? Please tell me down below. Also, tell me if you're excited about these 8 episodes or not. I'm actually excited about these 8 episodes. Like, the first 8 episodes I was like, nah, I don't care. But these 8, I'm like, yes, I can't wait to see it. But please tell me what you think. And feel free to subscribe and look on the screen for more videos. But this is it for me today. So goodbye, peace out, and I'll talk to you later.